Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel or welcome to my channel. Hi, how are you? I hope you're doing well. This is Nia.
Music licensing reimagined.
And yes, as I've promised, we have lights! Hey guys, so like I said in my previous video, I have lights. Okay, I finally bought them, so huge clap right there because after 1 year I have bought lights for my videos. So I don't really know if this is the right light. I mean, there's white light, warm light, and this is kind of like a mix of both of them. I don't really know what to put right now, so maybe after editing I will get a hang of it. But if it's a bit wonky, if the lighting is not right now, then please excuse that. I will get a hang of it hopefully by the next video. So let's just put that aside and move on to the video. So as I said again in my previous video, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I have a lot of things linked to that video, so I'll be putting it out there. It's also in the description box below if you want to check it out, because you might be missing out a lot. But anyways, like I said, in my birthday I had bought 6 books and I finished reading them during my board exam time. Yeah, I was reading books, but I finished all of these books before February, I think mid-February I finished it. So I have ranked them like among these 6 which are the best and which are not. So we have 6 books or 6 tiers, and we'll be starting with the lowest one. And I know a lot of people are a huge fan of this writer, and I am too. Okay, I am too. But after reading the other books, I feel like it has gone a bit down. I mean, compared to the other 5 books, I think this was not that it. So I'm going to keep this as my 6th position, and this book is Mr. Wrong Number by Lynn Painter. Okay. I know there's a lot of people who like Lynn Painter from Better Than the Movies, and so do I. The first book I read about her was about Better Than the Movies. I do not have it right now because I gave it to my cousin so that she can read it. But I will put some photo or something I have here. And I read that book in like 2 days. Why? Because it was so good, I could not put it down without knowing what happens next. So I read it like when I got up, when I went to sleep, like every day, every minute of the day I was reading it. It's that, it's that engaging, and I don't know, English is leaving me. Okay, I haven't said English in a long time because we don't have school anymore. So yeah, so it's really good, and I really love the story between Wes Bennett and Liz Buxbaum. I hope that's how you pronounce their names. I am not, a lot of people get offended if the characters' names are a bit mispronounced, but yeah. So anyways, we're going to be reviewing this book, and this follows the story of actually I read it in January, so I kind of forgot. Oh yeah, Olivia. Okay, we follow Olivia and Colin Beck, right? Yeah, Colin Beck and Olivia Marshall. It is their story. They're like, she has a lot of stuff going on, and she says she's really unlucky, and then she has to like live in her brother's apartment, and he also has a roommate who is Colin Beck, his best friend, and now she's also living with them, and then blah 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 blah. Okay, so I'm not really good at giving summaries. Okay, so don't come here and telling me like what is that story, but I really suck at giving summaries, so that's why I always run away from these kinds of review videos. But I thought that these books really do deserve a review, so I'm gonna try my best and give you the review that you guys deserve. But the reason I did not like this book that much is maybe because we jumped into things a bit too fast. Like, of course, if you couldn't get by the title, Mr. Wrong Number, she gets a message from a person, like, from a wrong number. She gets a message. It says like, the message says, "Hey, what are you wearing?" And I feel like that itself is a bit disconnecting, because like she was eating somewhere, I don't know, she was somewhere random, and then she just gets a text out random. Like, how do you get a text like that? What do you mean you get the wrong number? I mean, when you get the wrong number, you call them, right? Like, how can you get a wrong number and like text them like what are they wearing? Like, I do not get it. You guys will get it if you read the book. I don't know, we just jumped into it. Like, I think we were doing something else, and then in the middle of that, this text message just comes up out of nowhere. So I was like, what the hell? Like, it's already here. Like, I was so confused, but like, I was so fast. I feel like that. I think it's like the first 2 or 3 chapters we already get the wrong number, already messaging her and stuff. So I think that's a bit too fast, and also the way they like made up at the end after their stuff and all. I'm not gonna reveal everything right now, but they made up pretty fast. There's no heat. It's just, I don't know, it doesn't feel like a romance book to me. It was just rushing, like we were going through a marathon. Like, why are we rushing? Like, why is it so fast? So I felt really disconnected from the book. I didn't really like it, even though I was most anticipated for this, because judging by the title, Mr. Wrong Number, I like these kinds of things. So I was really looking forward to it, but like I was really disappointed by this. So like in the front page, it does by a blurb by Christina Lauren, the New York Times bestseller, the author for The Unholy Mourners. I have never read that book and I don't know her, but she says that it is downright hilarious, and that is true. It is downright hilarious. Not gonna lie, I had a great laugh between these, and there were some moments which made you like giggle and like close the book and take a minute to like go through that moment. There were things like that, but I feel like we just ran past everything, you know. It was so fast. Like, I already get to the end of the book and they're already like, oh, I'm so sorry, and they just get together. I don't know, it's so different from the normal books I read, and it's just, I was really excited for this one, you know. I read the summary in the back of the book before buying them. I always do that. So when I read it, I was like really intrigued, and I really wanted to know how they're gonna like come up and know each other and all. But I feel like the reveal and everything was just so messy, and also how the heck did he know first before her? I thought they would both get to know at the same time, you know. I think that would have been much better, but he just knows it better first before than her, that he's the Miss Dial, I think that's what to call her. I don't remember the story because I read it in January and now it's March last, and yeah, that's why I think this goes to the 6th place. And if I'm right, I'll put this over here anywhere. I always give Goodreads review. I always finish a book and then I go to Goodreads and look at the reviews. Like, this is a very, very, like, you know, enjoyed book by a lot of people. There's a lot of blurbs and everything. So I was like, am I the only one who's hating on it? So I was like really scared. So I went to Goodreads and I saw the reviews, and thankfully there are some people who agree with me that it was so fast and there wasn't really any connection, and they were just there's a lot of blank spaces, like the thread isn't connecting, you know. That's what I mean. So I read the reviews, and somewhere even 1-star reviews, I didn't see that, but in Goodreads I gave it a 3-star, I think. Yeah, I think it deserves a 3-star. This is not a 5-star. It doesn't go up to a 4 either, but it is definitely not 1-star or 2-star. I don't think it has to go that low. I think it has some moments where I'm all like and stuff like that, but I don't think it deserves 1 or 2. So like in the middle, it's like a mid kind of rating. So I gave it a 3 stars, and it goes to the bottom of the series, I mean bottom of the rank. So the 3 star is the bottom one. So imagine the others. You might be like, the others are good. The others are really good. Okay, so the next book we have in the 5th place. Drum roll, you couldn't get it up. The 5th place we have Beats Read by Emily Henry, and this is also a shocker to many people because Beats Read is also a highly anticipated and loved book by many readers. And I did enjoy it. But there are some things like Mr. Wrong Number. I think this also went a bit too fast, but not that much. At least this had a few of the connecting strings. The other was completely disconnected. So, okay. First of all, why did I buy this book? Emily Henry, I know she's a very popular author, and I have never read any of her books, and I've seen lots of people who read their books and be like really big fans of her. So I really wanted to see if I would be a fan of her and her style and her writing. And I think I'm not the hugest of fans, but I really like how she expresses herself in these books, where it is needed to have full capitalized words, where it should be bolded. Like, her writing is really good, not gonna lie. Her writing is immaculate. Her writing is really good. But the thing I was really thrown off by this book was that okay, this is a spoiler if you want to read it, so might want to skip like a minute or two. I'm gonna say something that's gonna be a huge spoiler. So I just don't get in why Gus was married. I was so thrown off by that. I was like, what the heck? Like, I had to keep the book aside and be like, huh? And then he says that the divorce papers are just coming in. I'm like, what? You're already married and you're not yet divorced? Like, that dude is technically still a married man and he's out here hanging out with another girl. Like, I'm like, what the heck? I don't know how January just recovered from that so quickly. She recovered from that shocking thing so quickly. I don't get it. And also the way they made up at the last, I'm like, I love you and stuff like that. It's too fast. It didn't make sense to me. Out of nowhere, his wife comes out of nowhere, and then at the night he's all like, I'm sorry, I love you and stuff. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it, okay? I'm so sorry, but I was so thrown off. I did not like that idea at all. But I didn't say who the main characters are. Okay, the main characters are Augustus Everett and January Andrews. Okay, I forget the full names. And also January, what kind of name is that? As a person who's born in January, that was very weird for me. January, there's someone named kid January, and then Augustus, they call him Gus as his nickname. That's why I said Gus was married. And January and Augustus, I mean, the starting was really good though. I kind of enjoyed like the family drama where like the dad is like there and stuff like that. I really like the drama, the family drama. That was quite intriguing, and that is why it's not the last position, because there was actually some strings and there was actually some kind of things that were intriguing, and it made you read, like what's happening next, like pick it up, like the better than the movies one. So that's why I am giving it a 3.5 stars, and I know that is like not available in Goodreads. I think I gave it a 3-star or 4-star. I don't know. I think I rounded it up. I think it's a 4-star. I don't really know. I'll show it here. I also read this during January, so I don't really remember. But yeah, overall, I think it's a good read. If you want, like a chill read, it's not something that would be like, oh my god, I'm so excited. It's not like that. So if you want something like that, I would recommend better than the movies than this. But yeah, if you want to check out the book, you can definitely do it. But that is my opinion, and I'll read a review of what I've given Goodreads. I think that would give a much better picture, because I don't really remember the story that much, but that's all I remember significantly. But yeah, I'm giving it a 3.5 stars officially in Goodreads. I think it's a 4 or 3. This is not a 5-star read for me, but a lot of people find it as 5 stars. And thankfully for this one too, there are a lot of reviews giving it 1 star and 2 stars and all. But again, this does not deserve 1 or 2. I think it's like 3.5. It deserves 3.5. When you read it, you're like, she's right. It's a 3.5. I'm telling you, this is 3.5. So yeah, that's the 5th place. Now we are moving on to the next one, and I might have to stop it here now because my camera is dying and I need to plug it in, so sorry. But we'll move on to the next one quickly. For you guys it will be seconds, but for me it will be hours, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I don't have much battery even now because I want to finish this as quick as possible, and I realized there was some sound issue, but I hope that it's fixed now and the light is a bit better now. But yeah, anyways, let's move on to the 4th position. In 4th position we have A Man Called O by Fredrik Backman. Okay, yeah, I always spell his name, pronounce his name wrong. But A Man Called O, this is very different from the normal books I buy, like Beach Speed and Mr. Wrong Number, because I thought it was really popular in Bookstagram, and I thought I should give it a try because many people, were buying this and stuff, and it's a very down-to-earth, like, life story. It's a story about, like, life. It's a story about a man called O. So he goes through a lot of things in life and stuff, and he thinks about suicide and stuff, but then he doesn't. And it's a very wholesome story about an old man, and I think everyone should read this, whatever age you are, because I think it would really give you a new picture about life and how different people think about it. I think it, like, touches your heart. It does mine. So I was really it gave a completely different vibe from all the other books, and it was just so deep, and it's not that deep, but I think it's a very wholesome book, and I think everyone should read it. And it's literally a story about a man called O, and I definitely get it why this is so popular. Is that sound coming up? I don't know. Okay, but I hope this is yeah, I think everybody should read this. I don't know. Okay, there's another book that he has written. I haven't read that, but overall I get why this is very popular, and that is why it deserves the 4th place. I could have placed it in number 1, but the 3 top books, they're really top, and I don't think this can come beyond that. So right now I'm giving it a safe position of 4th place. But if it was in its genre, then I would definitely give it number 1, and I give it a 5 star. It's a 5-star read. Yep. We have our first 5-star read. Okay, so this is definitely a 5-star for me. I think anyone of any ages can read this, and it's just so good, and it's a wholesome story. It touches your heart about life, and if you feel really down, I would recommend you read this. So yeah, this is the 4th place book, and now we are moving on to the next one, the top 3. Dun dun dun. Okay, so who is number 3? Oh shit, I just saw it. Okay, number 3 is The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. I hope that's how it's spelled. Pronounced. I'm really bad with names and these foreign names. But in 3rd position, we have The Housemaid. So, when I first read this is the first book I read of the bundle. That is, after my birthday, I started reading this. And, the first part, I was like, okay, wow, it's a crime thriller. And down here it says that an absolutely addictive psychological thriller with a jaw-dropping twist. Jaw-dropping. So I was like, okay, how can a twist be that jaw-dropping, So I was like reading through it. I was like, okay, yeah, seems like a normal house. And I didn't say the character name. The main character we follow here is Millie, who does not have any home, and who apparently Millie apparently killed a guy who was like trying to rape her friend when they were teenagers. Like he was like bashing out and like killing her and stuff, and then she went to jail and stuff like that. And after jail, she didn't have a home or anything. And then she's trying to find a home and some work, and there she goes for an interview in a house where the lady calls her. The name is Nina Winchester, and she's also a main character along with her husband. I think his name is Andrew Winchester. I don't really know. Yeah, Andrews Winchester. I know. And also there is a movie based on this book. It was released in like December something when I was having my model exams, and I couldn't watch it, so I wanted to read the book first and then like watch the movie after my board exams were done. So I watched the movie, of course, and it was so good, but it did leave a lot of things from the book. So I recommend you read the book first. The book is much more in detail, much more fun than the movie. The movie was lacking a lot of things, but you know, in the short time they could. I think they did a great job because they only had like 2 hours, and I was like, 2 hours? You're gonna do all of this in 2 hours? But yeah, I think they did a great job of displaying everything, and Amanda and Sydney was the perfect Millie and Nina. I think they did really good at the casting, and also Andrew. I was very shocked, but he looked exactly as I would imagine Andrew to be. So this is a very jaw-dropping twist. I will put up my review here if I can on Goodreads. I give it a 5-star. Yes, these are still 5-star. All the top 3 books are 5-star reads. So why I give it a 5-star is because my jaw did drop, and not once, twice. I was so shocked. Like, I think it's towards the end, and I was like what the hell? And then at the very end, like the epilogue at the last line, I was like, so if you want reactions like that, I would suggest you will read this, especially if you like crime thriller, psychological stuff. It's so good. I've never read thriller books before because I was get scared because I'm a scaredy cat, and I thought I wouldn't really enjoy this, but I did, and I was so shocked. But I thought I would give this number 1 until I read the other 2 books, and we're getting to it. So this is our third place book. It's also a 5-star. Take a book. Okay, read it if you really like crime thriller series. And also this book is like a trilogy, I think. More than a trilogy. I think there's also like novellas and stuff. I don't really know, but I read the second book as well. My cousin gave it to me. We exchanged books. I gave her Better Than the Movies, and she gave me Housemaid's Secret, which is the second book, and I read it. I finished it like 2 days before, and holy shit, I don't want to swear, but that is a whole different story, and my jaw dropped 3 times. I counted, okay? That is even more better than the first book. This whole Housemaid series did not disappoint me at all, and I had 0 expectations for this book. I had more expectation for Mr. Wrong Number, so I think we just had like a plot twist there itself. But anyways, we're moving on to the second place, and my battery is slowly starting to die again because I literally started in for like 10 minutes and that was it. But I really wanted to finish this before it gets too dark, and it's already 6:30, so let me just fix that up. Okay, so I might have only like 5 minutes to do this, but I'm gonna do it as quick as possible. So in the second position we have Powerless by Lauren Roberts, and this is also a very popular series in Bookstagram, and it's a very bulky one. It's the bulkiest out of every other book, and I think it's like almost 500. I don't really know, like about 500 pages. But I know a lot of people love this book, and so do I. But most of them have this book on their number 1, but it's not my number 1. Why? Because okay, first of all, it's a fantasy book, okay, and I have never read fantasy books before. This is my first time reading fantasy book, and I don't really like fantasy books. That's the reason why I didn't buy it. But this was so popular, and I wanted to know this Kai that everybody keeps talking about in reels. And let me just say, I'm a huge fan of Kai. I've never crushed on any of like the fictional characters from the book, and this is the first guy I do. So is that good? Kai, and also his full name Malakai. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, the main character name, Peyton Gray is the main character, along with her friend Adena. I'm giving a spoiler, but the Adena part is so sad. And it's like a fantasy book. They're in the kingdom of India. And what I did not like about this, what I don't like fantasy books, is that all of there's a lot of fiction, and there's a lot of they all have powers, and they are called the elites, and some people don't have. Peyton and Adena don't have powers, and they're like the ordinary, and they live in like slums and all, while the elites live with better opportunities and houses and stuff like that. Like the normal movies like we watch. So it's kind of like that. What really threw me off is that I wish there was a paper, like a page, just explaining what all the powers and the names mean. Like at the first itself, they're like brawny and all those kind of words which doesn't exist in real world, because it's a fantasy book, right? So I'm like, who is this person? Like, brawny means what? Like, okay, I kind of like figured it out as someone who has strong powers like that. A person with like strong super strength is called a brawny. But a lot of things like the silencer and stuff like that, I wish there was a page just explaining what each of the powers meant. Like, what does the silencer do? What does the brawny do? Like, I was really disconnected, and I had to read at least the first 50 to 100 pages to finally understand this whole new world. So it took me a lot of time to get the hang of it, and when I was getting a hang of it, I wasn't really like enjoying it. So it took me like almost a week to finish this. But after I got to know all the things, the kingdom and stuff, I got hooked. I mean, hooked. I was reading it every single time of the day, and it was so hooking. And I just kept on reading, and towards the end, it gets so good, so dramatic, and I really love this book. And again, I thought this was gonna be the first as well, until I read the first book. So if you're into fantasy, and even if you're not into fantasy, don't worry, you'll get a hang of it after like 100 pages. But I do recommend this. I completely agree with all of the Bookstagram girlies who said that this Powerless book is so good. It is. And I am so shocked that I haven't read this yet. Maybe it's because of the fact that I don't like fantasy books, and I thought I would be just wasting money. So anyways, I'm really glad I bought this, and I really want the second book now, because the second book is the continuation of this. It's the linked book. It's not standalones. You cannot read standalone. So if you're buying this, I would recommend buying the whole set. It's a trilogy. So Fearless, Reckless, and Powerless, Reckless, and Fearless. I think those are the books. I think you shouldn't buy the whole series, because I didn't know this was connected. So if you want to know the rest of this book, this is a story. I think it's in the second book. So buy it as a series and not the standalone books. They do not offer as a standalone book. But yeah, I give it a 5-star as well. I'll be giving my review here if I can from Goodreads. But yeah, this is also a 5-star review, and this is the second place. So yeah, let's move on to the first place one before my camera dies out on me. Now, introducing the first place book, which was originally better than the movies, but it got replaced by another book which I bought on my birthday, and that is drum roll please, again properly, because I don't know how to do that. I will be doing this, okay. And the book is First Head, Ghost Fish. Taking Daisies on Sundays by Liana Kinkoki. I hope that's how you pronounce your name. I am so sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. But yep, this is the book that replaced Better Than the Movies. Yeah, I know. Better Than the Movies was my #1 book when I read it in November, but then I bought the 6 set of books. I thought they would replace Better Than the Movies, but even those books, even Powerless, even Housemaid, they did not replace Better Than the Movies. It was still #1 out of all of the books that I've ever read, okay? Ever read. Not among these 6, like my #1 book. That was until I read this beautiful girl. I found this book while searching through, like browsing through Google. Google was kind of like recommending me books based on Better Than the Movies. And I found this gem, and it's Picking Daisies on Sundays, which follows the story of Daniela Daisy Maria, and oh my god, I don't know how to pronounce the guy's name. I'm not even gonna use Google Translate because I'm too lazy, but I think the guy's name is like Levi, I don't know how to pronounce that, okay, but that's how you spell it, like Levi. Let's call him Levi for now, but his name is Levi Coldwell, and Daniela, we call her Danny here, and Levi is Levi, and I think this is so cute. It gives such cute vibes. Also, it's like a pink book with like daisies over here. Danny's middle name is Daisy, and her nickname is also Daisy, and everyone calls her Daisy, including Levi. And they are childhood best friends, and then like they are like best friends till high school, and after that they kind of like get separated out of touch, and then after years later, like when she's in a college, I think like towards the end of college, they like meet at a bar and stuff, and then the story goes on. I really suck at summaries, but let me just give you the vibe. Okay, first of all, this is such a cute book. I just fell for this book cover. I thought it was so pretty and cute, and also you might have seen this. I have annotated 2 times, and I am not an annotating person. I don't have any annotates, and this is also not annotating like tapes that you guys use. This is actually sticky notes because I didn't have any. And you know, the reason I annotated is because there are some things, you know, the thing is that Levi knows French, and he speaks a bit of French in between the book, and I think this has like a twist at the end, like The Housemaid, like a sweet kind of twist, because this is a romance novel, and that's why I annotated those parts. And I think this is such a good book. I don't know why this is not as popular as Powerless. It should be, because it's so cute. I like this. Imagine this kind of scenario where like sitting at a cafe, like a Pinterest kind of cafe, and you're reading this. That is such a vibe, because Daniela is a fashion design student, and that itself is so like glamorous. You give this like mystical kind of vibes, and at the end of the book, she's kind of like going to Paris to study fashion designing. I think that is so cute. Just the vibes of it just gives like
mystical, dreamy, glowy, cutie, petite kind of girl.
I just really love it, the vibe of this, and the way Levi knows French, and she's going to Paris, she's a fashion designer. The vibe of it is so cute, and this would definitely be a book like you go to a cafe, you're drinking tea, okay, not something else, maybe like an iced tea, and you're like reading this. This is so cute, and these titles of each chapters, they have a huge meaning, and that is the twist. I'm not gonna say it because I want you to guys savor it, so read it. And this is my #1, and it's so good that I even annotated it, and I never do that. Okay, so that's how good this book is, and I don't get it why it's not as popular as The Powerless. I definitely think that it should be as popular as all these books. I think there should be a movie based on this, because I would really love to see Danny and Levi, especially during these scenes. Oh my god, I just really love the fact that he knows French. Just adds to that, you know, like romance kind of thing. So this is I would read it. If I could read it, I am a rereader, so I always reread books. That's why I always buy books, and I do not like ebooks, and I think I would read this like 100 times and still not get bored. So that's how good this is, and even if you're not a rereader, you would still want to read this. Yeah, it's good. So I'll put my Goodreads review here. Of course, it's a 5-star. I would give it a 10-star if I can, but of course that's not possible. So I'm going to give it a 5-star. And Liana, you outdid yourself. This is so good. I want you to know how good this is. I give it like a 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100. I don't know. This is my favorite book of all time in my entire life. So just get that, okay? So it's really good. I would definitely recommend to any age from starting from 12, that is. It is clean, by the way. Oh, I didn't say which books are clean or not, but this is clean. There's nothing that even 12-year-olds can read this. I definitely think so. That there isn't nothing like that's about the age or something, but definitely 12 above you can read this. And yeah, I will get to that later, but this is our first place book, and I love this book, and I will reread it like 1,000 times to hear Levi speak French. Yes, I find it so cute. It is so cute. You have to read this, guys. It's so cute, like a very like mystical kind of vibes, and the fact that she's a fashion designer going to Paris and he knows French. It's just so cute and dreamy. So yeah, this is my number 1 book. Okay, so for the books that are not clean, I thought these books would be clean, but they're not. Yeah, these 2 books, they're not that clean, especially this one. I thought this was a clean one, but it's not. Why did no one tell me? But yeah, Beach Read is not clean. If you want, this is not recommended for 12 above, but this just has like one chapter that is not clean. So it's better than this one. This lot is not clean at all. So if you want to read something clean, this is not clean. And this just has like one chapter that's not clean, but this is such a good book. You have to read it. Just, you know what, just skip that chapter and you'll be fine. It doesn't even affect you that much. It doesn't even add on to the story. But yeah, these 2 books aren't that clean. But the other books are all clean. Even Powerless and Picking Daisies, even Mr. Wrong Number, they're all clean. Yeah, I will try to lift it all up according to the rank. I kind of like, oh god, I kind of like threw it halfway because I'm sitting on the floor. If you couldn't tell, I have a new background actually this time, because I thought I shouldn't, set up the ring light. So I don't really know how to set the ring light in my room. So I'm sitting in my parents' room right now, and this is the bed. I'm sitting on the floor. But yeah, these are the 6 books ranked. This is the ranking number. 6th place, you have Mr. Wrong Number, Beach Read, A Man Called Ove, Housemaid, Powerless, and Picking Daisies on Sundays. So yeah, oh my god, okay, yeah. So these are the books I bought, and I'm so glad I did. I really wanted to read these books for a long time. They've been on my wish list for so long, and I didn't know when to buy this. Like, I thought it could be like, after Boots, but I thought that might not be possible. So I decided to ask my mom to give me it as a gift for my birthday, so they don't have to buy anything. So this was my gift for my birthday, and then it was in January. And please, writers, don't give months as someone's name. I am so thrown out by Beach Read. I think Beach Read could be in the same position as Mr. Wrong Number, not gonna lie. But yeah, that was all my review, and I hope you like the new lighting setup. And please do tell me if you like this background better than the normal ones. So if you want to know what the normal ones are, check out my videos, especially the previous one which talks about a lot. I will be linking it down in the description box below as always, and also follow me on my Instagram. I hope you didn't hear that, but there was a bike and stuff. Yeah, so follow me on Instagram. There will be a lot of updates on there from now on. And also, I did not get any suggestions about changing my name on Instagram, so I'm going to be doing it by the time I upload this. So my Instagram will be changed from this to this. I don't know, but yeah, I hope you guys like my video. I hope you guys enjoy the new lighting set. I hope my face is much more clear than the previous videos, and since my face is much more clear now, I will have to put on makeup and I have no idea how to put on makeup. So stay tuned to know how I am going to learn makeup. Maybe that's the next video. Okay, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope you guys feel some kind of, you know, inspiration to read books. Okay, yeah, that's a bit too much, but I hope you guys enjoy my video, and please subscribe to my channel. I am a small YouTube channel and I am hoping to hit 500 subscribers by the end of this year, and that is my goal, my 2026 resolution. And I hope you guys support me and subscribe to my channel, because almost, I think, almost 70% of you guys who watch my videos are not subscribed to me. So please do subscribe and support me. I am a small YouTuber and it is completely free. You just have to click a button. So I hope you guys like this video, and please do support me. I will see you guys in the next video. So until then, bye.